Popping. I am live. I am ready to give y'all some sauce. It has been a while, and I'm gonna give y'all some updates because, as y'all know, I'm in a different scenery right now. So I want to go ahead and give y'all some of that sauce. But let me go ahead and make sure that Instagram knows that I am alive and well. You know what I'm saying? So let me go ahead and make sure that they're aware. Give me 1 second, y'all. Make sure that they are aware that I am alive and well. There we go. Okay. Twice. Go ahead and do that. What's popping? What's popping? Comment. Legacy. Below to learn more. All right, cool. What's popping, y'all? What's popping? I am live. I am here. I'm live. It's been so long since I've been live, y'all. So YouTube, if y'all tapping in, I'm right here on Instagram. Instagram, if y'all tapping in, I'm tapping in on YouTube. And as y'all know, I got the whiteboard here, and I'm going to be giving y'all some game. All right. So today I'm going to be breaking down the two different sides that comes with building a trust. Okay. When it comes with building a family business and when it comes to building generational wealth, there's two ways in getting this done, y'all. Two ways. All right. And I'm just gonna give a preconceived notion here. All right. If you all want to work with me personally and actually get this game and actually learn exactly how to do what I'm going to be breaking down in this live, okay? I want y'all to go ahead. If you're on Instagram, I want you to go ahead and comment the word legacy. I will personally send you all a message right after this. Like, I will literally do this. I got my phone right here. I'm going to send y'all a message. And if you're on YouTube, go ahead and click the link in the description, and you will see a free training that I will actually break down for you on how exactly we do this. So I'm going to go ahead and get right into it. There are two different sides when it comes to building generational wealth, y'all. And these are the sides. Now, Instagram, if you're wanting to see my screen, pop right on over to YouTube. Just type in my name, Marcus Turner, and you'll be able to see what I'm about to type in. But I'm gonna explain it in the best way that I can. So if you all want to stay on here, you actually can. All right. So here are the two ways on exactly how to build generational wealth. Two different sides. All right. So the first side is the legal side, y'all. You have the legal side. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and break this down. You got the legal side of wealth, and you have the people side of wealth. Okay. I don't think people talk about this enough when it comes to building generational wealth, y'all. We talk about the legal side a lot, but the people side that I'm going to break down, you're going to see that we don't talk about this a lot. Okay. So the legal side of wealth, we all know and love. You got the trusts, right? You got to get the trust, the irrevocable trust. As you know, we specialize in three types of irrevocable trust when it comes to our company and our family business. And that is number one, the family trust, right? Number two, the business trust. And then number three is the tax exempt trust. Okay. These are the three types of trust that we specialize in as a company. And if you all have a question, of course, please ask them in the chat. I'm always here to make sure that I give y'all some value. Okay. So are you streaming on Pinduoduo as well, bro? Okay. So great question. If you're on Instagram, I'm on YouTube, also streaming. You can just type in my name, Marcus Turner, and you'll also be able to find what exactly I'm screen sharing right now. But you can obviously listen in on here. I'm going to explain it where it's very easy for you all to understand. Okay. So here's a great way to do this, right? So when it comes to family trust, I think we don't talk about the details of how each trust work. And I'm going to break down all three of them in detail. Okay. So we're going to start with the family trust, right? I always talk about the family trust it's breaking down into two different ways when it comes to building wealth. Okay. The first way is actually generational wealth. That's what the family trust is known for. Is passing down wealth. It's not generational wealth. I mean, it is, but I'm gonna be more specific. It's passing down wealth. That's what this particular trust is known for. Another thing that people don't talk about is that it actually protects your family. Okay. It protects your family. So if you were to get sued, or if you're commingling funds, or if you're doing any of the sorts, right, then the judge, if you all are not aware, the judge can do something called piercing the corporate veil. right? So piercing the corporate veil means that instead of the trust being liable for any debt or any lawsuits, you as a person are now liable for any debt or lawsuits. Okay. So what I'm going to be doing here is explaining how each of these work. And so what the family trust does is it protects you from those lawsuits, or protects your family from those lawsuits by creating an irrevocable trust, which is the family trust. So like I said, the family trust helps you do two things: pass down wealth and protect your family. That its primary roles and responsibilities for a family trust. Okay. Now, when it comes to a business trust, what is the responsibility of the business trust? It is to protect, it's actually two different things: protect your business and what is it called? Hold your IPs. So what does IPs mean? IPs means intellectual property. Okay. That's what IPs mean. So your business trust is to protect your business, to hold your business, and I should probably also say this: protect and hold your businesses. It's to protect and hold your businesses, and it is to hold all of your intellectual property. So if you're referring to your copyrights, your trademarks, anything, your patents, anything that involves the wealth side of things, y'all, that is what the business trust is here to do. All right. And I'm sorry, YouTube, if y'all see my my screen kind of glitch out for a moment. I'm not totally sure why it's doing that, but work with me. All right. So the point here is that when you're creating generational wealth, y'all, you want to make sure that you have these two things in order. All right. So hold on. I don't know why this thing is glitching like that. That's kind of weird that is glitching so often. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, cool. So here's the thing. Here's what the tax exempt trust is here to do. All right. So the tax exempt trust is here to separate you. It does two things as well: separate you from the state, right? And it helps you save money on taxes. Okay. Helps you save money on taxes. Extremely, extremely important. It does those two things. And I want y'all to know on Instagram Live, y'all, if y'all are finding this valuable, I want you all to share this live with 5 people and comment the word done. And same with y'all, YouTube. Share this live with 5 people and comment the word done. I'm going to be giving out some special stuff for y'all. And I told everyone before earlier today, I don't know if y'all checked out my stories, but I'm going to be giving away free access to our family business community for anyone who shares this live with 5 people and comment the word done. And whoever shares it with whoever brings in the most people, I'm going to do a random scroll, and I'm going to pick a person to join the actual community, and you all will be able to join the family business community for absolutely free. You do not have to pay for anything. Okay. So I'm going to make sure that y'all get this game, y'all. Of course, y'all got to get this game as much as possible. So like I said, sorry for the glitch that's going on with the sharing of the screen, but I want to make sure that y'all get this sauce. All right. So going back to share my screen, right? Like I said, the trust, the tax exempt trust does two different things: separates you from the state. So this is where we start talking about private citizenship. This is where we start talking about foreign nationalists. That's a totally different conversation. Okay. Like I said, that's the legal side of things, right? Saving money on taxes also allows you, if you were to make a certain amount of money, let's say you make $100,000 in a year, you can donate portions of that at minimum 5%, at most 60%, depending on the type of charity that you have. You can donate that to your tax exempt trust because it is counted as a charity, because it is a 508C1A type of charity, which means that it's a 501c3, but on steroids. If you don't know what a 501c3 is, y'all, just go ahead and Google it, right? But the point is that you'll be able to save money on taxes because the only things that you don't get taxed on is donations and loans, right? And so we're going to be donating a portion of our income to our own charity so that we can give our families grants and scholarships. Okay. This is where we start going back to passing down wealth. There's a cycle here, y'all. Okay. So this is the legal side, right? We talked about the legal side. Now, here's the thing. We can get more in detail. We can talk about, okay, well, you need insurance policies. You know what I mean? You need, um, different ways to fund your trust. Credit funding. And if you're not aware, there are 5 different ways that we get you credit funding. The first way is what everyone knows, which is personal funding, right? So we help you with personal funding. Second one is business funding. Third one is secured funding. So this is what everyone knows. This is the first 3 is what everyone knows. All right. The last 2 is what you probably don't know. Okay. So number 4, corporate credit. It's different from business credit, y'all. Corporate credit is like is on a whole nother level, right? Then the 5th one is family credit. So these are literally the 5 ways that we as a company help you all get funding to fund your trust, so you can get maximum amount of funding, so you can invest in more businesses, right? And so we help you all get that funding, and that's just another way on the legal side that we assist you. There's 6 different ways that we get you funding. I don't know if I've explained this on live before, but I just explained 2, which is insurance policies, credit funding. The other way is equity funding, which is like how Elon Musk borrowed against his shares of his company to buy Twitter, right? And so that's called equity funding, right? Then we also have, of course, I just went blank. Oh yeah, grant funding. I just talked about that earlier. Is granting your family or getting grant funding through the government, right? And so like I said, there's 2 ways. You can either give out grants, right? Give out grants, or you can apply for grants. Okay, that's like a 2-part way of doing things, right? When it comes to getting grant funding. And then the last way that we get you funding, which I'm drawing a blank here, you got insurance, you got credit. Oh yeah, you got investment funding, which is like your forex, your crypto, your stocks, your HYSAs. That's your investment. And then the other one is retirement, right? This is like your IRAs, 401ks. That's where that comes in, or like retirement stacking, where you're stacking more than one retirement account on top of each other to maximize the amount of money you can fund inside of a retirement account, right? This is where all of that comes into play, y'all. These are the 6 different ways that we get you funding. And like I said, that is the legal side of how this works. Now, there is the people side now of how to build generational wealth. If you were to just do the what I just told you, getting the trust and funding the trust, yes, you have successfully built generational wealth, but you have also created entitled trust fund babies. And that's not what we're here to do. We want to create generational wealth and create educated trust fund babies. Okay. We want to build education. Okay. Education is the biggest thing. Now, how exactly do we do that? Right. The way that we do that, the way we do the education aspect of things, okay, is a couple things. One, we do something called the 5-level meeting model. Okay. This is what we create. This is what we teach within our program. It's called the 5-level meeting model. How do you do this? This is where we start hosting meetings, family legacy meetings. Okay. I call it FLM for short, hosting family legacy meetings. This is you hosting weekly, monthly, or quarterly, or annual meetings to make sure that your family is in alignment. That's the most important thing. Your family has to be in alignment in order for generational wealth to be successful. Okay. You have to do that, right? The other thing that we do is we show you about succession planning. This is succession planning right here, right? So how do we properly pass down wealth? There is actually a system to passing down wealth to the next generation. You don't just set this up and call it a quits, right? You got to actually set the family up. How do we set family up? This is where we start indoctrinating our children into the business. So within the trust, there are certain things that you must do, or criterias that you must follow in order for the trust to be valid. We're not valid, but for the next generation or the child to have access to the trust. Okay. And the way that we do that is they have to go through an indoctrination sequence, right? That involves maybe a high school diploma, right? They maybe have to work X amount of years in the workforce. They may have to get a college degree, right? They may have to go through some form of alternative education, right? Whatever that is, you want to create a criteria inside of your trust to make the person want to have access to the trust. Okay? It's incredibly important that you all know this information, because this is what's going to really make things seamless when you're passing down wealth. I'm gonna give you another example of indoctrinating someone. So the ones that I just broke down are more beginner stages, right? This is like beginning. Once we start getting them there, this is the first stage. When you start talking about the high school diploma, working X amount of years, college degree, alternative education, you're really just getting their mind right, right? But the second stage, right? So like I said, this is the first stage. This is the second stage. The second stage is when we start talking about the advanced level stuff, right? And so the way that we do that is have them work inside the business, right? Work inside the family business. And so that may be them working from the ground up. They may start as an employee first, right? Which they would be starting young at that point in doing so. They also could be a manager second. Have them work as a manager, have them work in sales, have them work in marketing. This is where this here starts building skill sets. What we're doing in the second stage is building skill sets. This is what our mom, my brother and I's mom, she taught us this. We were cold calling at the age of 8 and public speaking at the age of 11. This is not new for us, right? Because our mom knew that we needed X amount of skill sets in order for us to get to the next level in life, right? And so you have to be able to probe your children in order to do the exact same thing, okay? Like I said, first stage is just having them get taught, get them the diploma, get them things like get them their mindset in order where they are able to receive the second stage in a freely fashion, okay? And so we start with the beginning, the first stage, then the second stage, okay? That's very, very important. This is the doctrination. This is the succession planning, all right? The next thing that we do in the 5-level meeting model that's extremely important, okay, is we start getting the family crest in order, all right? The family crest, for people that don't know, and I'll show you all, this is our family crest, okay? This is our family crest right here. And the family crest is incredibly important because what the family crest allows you to do, right? What the family crest allows you to do is this is what allows you to get access to the trust. You can't get access to the trust without this. You can't get into family legacy meetings without this. You can't join the reunions without this. You can't get into the succession planning without this. You have to have these things in place, right? You have to have this crest because this crest is important. If you want to add more value to the crest, a great way to add value inside of a crest is putting it on the NFT market. Okay? It's making this an NFT and adding value to the actual crest itself. Super, super crazy. Super, super hack, right? Putting this on the blockchain and trademarking this at the same time. You want to trademark this first before putting it on the blockchain, because once you actually trademark this and then put it on the blockchain, no one can have access to it, right? And the key thing here is that you're not making this family crest public. You're making it private only for the family members, right? And so what you're doing is adding value to the crest. And when you get access to the crest, you get access to certain events, you get access to certain things. There are certain things you get access to because you have the crest. Okay? So I want to make sure that you all are having an understanding that the family crest is like the root of everything, right? It's the root of everything. Another thing you want to do when we start talking about the people side of things, right, is you want to start getting the digital family office in order, right? Put a 2 in the chat if you all have heard of a digital family office, right? Put a 2 in the chat if you've heard of a digital family office before. It's actually very slept on. A lot of people don't really know or understand it, but a digital family office is actually very important, okay? So like the Rockefellers, the Queen Elizabeths, everybody in this world, they all have family offices. And the family office is just a financial team designated for your family. And so the two things that these digital family offices do is, one is it plays as a financial dashboard that allows you to look at the data and make data-driven decisions and business decisions on what to invest next, right? The second thing that the digital family office does is it also creates a team. It creates a financial team, right? So you have a financial dashboard and you have a financial team, right? And the financial team is incredibly important because when you get to the financial team perspective of things, you're now working as a whole. You're creating a system that is breaded to build wealth. Like, you're not winging things anymore, y'all. You're actually setting things up to work, right? And so having a financial dashboard to look at the data and be like, okay, we're down for this month, or there's a goal that we want to hit. What will we need to do in order to hit certain goals? Or if you have a financial team, okay, we need to build this team. We need to get some tax experts, tax professionals, tax strategists. We need to get some wealth strategists. We need to get some CFOs maybe, or we may need to start off small and start with like maybe a bookkeeper and a tax preparer and a financial planner, just so that we can get the bar rolling, get an insurance agent on the team, get a credit specialist on the team. Mind you, this doesn't have to be people outside of the family. You can create this inside of the family. So we do something, which is the fifth one, which is called the SUSU method. Okay, the SUSU method is very important. The SUSU method is where you invest in each part of the family. Okay, so here's an example. We actually did this past 4 months, actually. So we have my dad, my mom, my brother, and I, right? And so with my dad, we bought Oculus. We bought a VR headset, which is Oculus. What did that do? When we invest in someone, it always ties back into the family unconsciously. What did the Oculus do? Y'all are probably thinking like, yo, that's a game. Yeah, but we have 400 real estate properties in the Oculus that's cash flowing us every single month. 400, right? That's unheard of, right? With our mom, we invested into a healthcare business, which she was able to make multiple 5 and 6 figures from multiple 5 figures off the first 90 days, right? And then my brother, we invested into this software, and this software has allowed us to create an app, right? And the app allowed us to be able to have our family in more unison and build accountability within our family. And here's another hack that we did. We actually created a family credit system that allowed us to be able to track, just like how credit reporting is outside, right? Just like it is anywhere else. We created a credit system within the family to keep each other accountable. So this is what we invested. So how much did we invest? I think in total we bought 2 VR headsets, which I think that was maybe about 1,000. That could be wrong. That could be way more than that, honestly. Healthcare business, right? The healthcare business, I believe that was several thousands of dollars. I want to say it was like almost 3,000 to 5,000 to set the business up legally in each state, right? My brother bought the app. That obviously didn't cost us much. I want to say it maybe cost us 1,000 total. And then myself, if you all are not aware, I moved from Atlanta, Georgia to Medellin, right? How much did that cost me in order to do that? That cost me, we were able to travel, which obviously that allows us to pay 0 in taxes in other ways, right? How much did that cost? Maybe $3,000, maybe $3,000 to save us more money on taxes. And another reason why I moved out here is for the real estate. So they invested in me just so I can make sure I get the real estate popping on the international side, right? And so the SUSU method is incredibly important when it comes to building the team, because it doesn't always have to be, let's buy a course. And it can be. I want you to understand, it started off that way for us. But now, of course, as we started building and growing as a company, we obviously started investing in bigger and better things, right? So the financial team can also connect and play into the SUSU method, because the SUSU method can build your financial team if you invest into them, right? If you invest into them, right? And so that's very, very important, right? So if you were to invest in a program that allowed the person to become an insurance agent, a credit repair specialist, a VR strategist, a trust person, or whatever, that still helps the family at the end of the day, and that builds your digital family office, right? And that also builds your financial dashboard for your digital family office, because you're building investments, right? So all of these things connect, y'all. All of these things connect. So like I said, that's the people side of things, right? So as a recap, right? This is the recap. You have the legal side, which is getting the trusts, right? You have the family trust, the business trust, the tax exempt trust, right? You also have, that's to get the trust. You also have the funding side, right? Which is the 6 ways that we get you funding: insurance policies, credit funding, equity funding, grant funding, investment funding, retirement funding, right? These are the 6 different ways that we do this, right? And then that's the legal side, right? The people side of things, right, is the 5-level meeting model. This is where we start talking about hosting family legacy meetings. We talk about succession planning. We talk about Family Crest and getting that up and running. We talk about the digital family office so that we can get that up and running. And then we also talk about the SUSU method to invest in each other, right? These are all different ways on exactly how to build wealth, y'all. This is exactly how we do it. This is exactly what's worked for us. I wanted to hop on here just so that I can give you all a rundown of exactly what we're doing at this moment in time, right? As you all see, I am in Medellin right now. It's dark, right? I'm in Medellin, living my best life, traveling around the world. I'm migrating east over the next several months, and I want to make sure that you all are still up to date and up to breast on exactly how we're able to save taxes and get into the real estate side of things outside of the country. Okay, so I hope this helped y'all. I wanted to give y'all some game. If you want to get more assistance in exactly how to get this set up, like I mentioned in the beginning, I want you all to comment the word legacy. I'm literally going to send you all a DM and help you all out and have a conversation. Talk about your number one goals, your biggest struggles, and we're going to talk about exactly how we can take you to the next level in your actual family business and your generational wealth journey. So I want you all to comment the word legacy if you're on Instagram. If you're on YouTube, go ahead and click the link in the description. Check out the free training we have in the description that should assist you and help you out. Or you can just reach out to us on Instagram as well. I want to make sure that you all get the most amount of help, get the most amount of assistance, get the most amount of game for absolutely free. Okay, so this is the game that I'm giving for free. If you want to hop on and talk to us, we can definitely make sure that we get this set up for you one-on-one. All right, so appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much. I will DM every single person on here. Actually, I'm gonna do that right now. To be quite honest, I want to make sure that y'all get this game, right? Let me make sure y'all get this game, because I got some people that definitely commented legacy while we were on here. So let's go ahead. We got Artistic Genius, dope name, my friend, dope name. So I'm gonna go ahead and shoot you a DM. And mind you, you all might have already received the DM from me. So if you receive the DM from me, y'all, go ahead and reply to the DM. All right. I've been messaging people so far. Go ahead and reply to the DM. I want to make sure that we're assisting y'all as well. So let me see. Hey, what's going on? Excuse me, y'all. I saw that you commented on my live. I'm gonna send y'all that DM. Let me see. Boom. All right, so I'm going through all of them. I'm literally going through all DMs right now. Right. So who else? We got Universal. We got Cousin. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. And I can't forget, I got to go ahead and give away a free Family Business University badge out here. Okay. So hold on. We're going to go ahead and do this. And then we're going to give away, access to our Family Business University. All right. So Universal Analytics Justice is his full name. I feel like I butchered that or something. Universal Analytical. That's what I did. Not analytics. Analytical. Say less. Found you, big dog. Let's see. Boom. I just sent you a DM, my friend. So we got Cousin Jay up in here. Let's make sure y'all get this work. like I said, if I've already DM'd y'all, make sure y'all respond. All right, check y'all DMs and make sure I'm not tripping on here. All right. So let's see what we got. What I miss. I know we got some more people throughout here that commented. Yep. We got already got you. Let's see. We got Kevin. Yes, sir. Kevin Still, let's do it. Oh, you got numbers and stuff. Let me put the numbers in real quick. 7543. There you are. Shooting you a DM right now, son. That's what I like to hear. Let's see. We sending DMs today. Let's see. We got Lobster Mobster Mama. Oh, snap. She must be going crazy. She must be eating good. Let's see. Lobster Mama. Yeah. Let's make sure we do it right now. Spell your name right. Get it right. Let's see. I sent that. Mrs. Jean Baptist. Absolutely. Let me make sure y'all got that. Boom. I'm sending y'all DM, y'all. Y'all think I'm playing. Let's see. We got a whole bunch of y'all. Sheesh. Whole bunch of y'all. Stop corruption. And y'all respond. Yeah, I'm shooting y'all. I'm literally responding to y'all right now. So if y'all got any questions or y'all got anything, definitely respond in the DM so I can make sure to have a conversation with y'all right now. You know what I mean? We got Dan my 5. All right. Dan my 5. Let's check you out. Oh, I'm guessing that means Dominique for real. All right. Let's send you a message, Dominique. Let's do it. Xavier, what's going on? Let's get you right. Xavier Gillette. All right. I ain't mad at you. We out here naming things after I think that's deodorant or something. I don't know. All right, we got Michael. Okay. We got some Caribbeans. I've been practicing my Spanish, y'all. I take Spanish classes like 3 times a week now. So I've been real lit. I've been going crazy with the Spanish stuff. So let me see. Oh, nah, there you are. I found you. All right, let me see. We got any more legacies in here? That's it. I like it. So I appreciate y'all, bros. Stream on Pindogo to its untapped space for content like yours. DM me if you're interested. I'm gonna look at it. I don't know what that is, but I'm gonna look at it. But what I will say is respond to the DM for real. Respond to the DM. Let's get you right, big dog. Oh, Butterfly, we got DM you too. I ain't forget about you. My bad. Let me get you right too. I'm shooting you a DM right now. And I already text you too, Butterfly. I already hit you up and you didn't even respond to my message. That is disrespectful. Y'all gotta respond to my messages. I'm trying to help y'all out. I don't have to do it. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Let's make sure y'all good to go. Let's make sure y'all lit. All right. So that's what we're gonna do, y'all. That's what we're gonna do. We here. Like I said, I'm in Medellin right now. I'm living my best life. I'm not here to brag or anything like that. I just want to make sure that y'all are aware that if I can do it, you can do it too. What's the difference between you and I? Right. So I want to make sure that y'all get this sauce, y'all get this heat. This is the first live since I've been in Medellin, Colombia. So if y'all got any questions, hit me up, and I will see you all on the next live. Peace.